Alright, so I've been another video. We're back with another reaction. So we are here with some 2K beef. 2K beef, some 2K news in the community. We have LSK versus Chris Smoove. Now, the reason why this is, I guess, going on is because Chris Smoove dropped a video, I believe yesterday, saying that, I'm going to just make it short, sweet, and simple, that sim heads are the reason why the game is trash. So for those that don't know what sim heads are, because I didn't know what it was either. Sim heads is basically making a game more realistic versus the game being more arcadey and exploitable, if that makes sense. And Chris Moore is basically being sarcastic when he said, you can't blame the sim heads. But matter of fact, let's go ahead and watch the video real quick. We might as well watch. Okay, so here's the video right here. Chris Move. Can't blame sim heads. NBA 2K24 winning
We're
screenshots.
at that point in the cycle where people are pointing fingers at sim heads, in quotation marks. They're complaining about the gameplay, the state of the gameplay, the direction of the gameplay in the franchise, the last few years, and going into NBA 2K24. And somehow this bad gameplay, it's the sim heads' fault. That is a myth. There's not that many sim heads that play this game. What percentage of the player base in 2K do you think would be considered a sim head? What percentage out of 100? Because I can.
I don't know, because I don't really watch a whole lot of 2K YouTubers. But I don't know how many sim heads there are when it comes to, like, who plays the game in similar.
I can tell you right now, if I go and play on a random gamer tag, a gamer tag that is not famous, and I go to the park or I go to the rec center, I go play online, am I gonna see sim basketball being played, or am I gonna see a bunch of cheese? So when you're complaining,
Yeah, because I see what he's saying, but 2K has always been like that, though. Like, 2K has always been, like, exploitable and arcadey. That's what makes the game fun. Like, dribble, like, spamming the left, right bit in the game since, like, 2K15. It just gotten more toxic over the last decade. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, you ain't gonna find too many players that's playing like realistic NBA basketball. That's not happening.
about the state of the gameplay, you have to understand the reason that the game plays this way is because of how you complain about the game. Sim players are in the minority. There's not that many of them. They don't have any influence. When they complain about the game, they don't listen to them. When a sim player complains about the game, it sounds something like this. When I lock up this pick and roll and I finally get that good animation to slip over on the other side, he shouldn't be able to then turbo away from me, run into the corner, and hit a fading three, green a fading three without takeover. He shouldn't be able to bail himself out like that.
But that is true. But again, that's what makes the game fun. It's not realistic. Like, nobody wants to play a realistic. That's what NBA Live is for. You know what I'm saying? NBA Live has more of a realistic movement to it. Unlike 2K. 2K is arcadey. That's what made it fun over the years.
Now, there's not a lot of people that complain to 2K about that. Instead, this is what people complain to 2K about. They say something like this: I can't make shots. I got a 93 ball. I'm wide open. I can't make a shot.
That's a problem.
I looked at my player card. I'm only shooting 55% from the three-point line. I need to be shooting at least 70% from three. I'm changing my release every week. They keep patching my shot. I got to go make a new shot every week. So when 2K sees the 5 complaints from sim players complaining about the guys bailing themselves out at the end of the shot clock when they got locked up, hitting a fading three, greening the fading three.
I mean, it's like a double sword too. It's kind of like, if you make it, it's fun and you could call yourself a god or whatever. But then if you on the other that makes you want to break your controller. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're a sim head that likes to play simulation basketball when, you get hit with a screen and that person's supposed to, I guess, miss that open shot.
After zigzagging the whole 24 seconds, they just ignore that because they're getting flooded with 1,000, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, a million Brazilian, a billionaire, a trillionaire. They see people complaining about they can't hit a shot with a 93.
Yeah, that's a problem. Because, like, if you have a 93, I'm not saying green every three, like you're a 99, but if you're barring the shot, let it be a split chance of making it and missing it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't make the game to where it's like, oh, I'm just missing every shot with a 93. Like, you should be making some.
What do you think 2K is going to do? They're going to make it easier to shoot. And that's why people can fade consistently and make shots from three. They can build an offensive strategy around that tactic. It works.
I've said multiple times and make the defense better. That's how you negate players from hitting all these contested corner fadeaway threes is by 2K making the defense better. So it's easy.
And because the fade works, now we have a problem on defense because you have to potentially be ready to guard this fade, but they could also just go right around you and go to the basket. So on defense, you can't guard both. So you kind of got to guess, what do you want to do on this possession? Do you want to try to go for that fade? Do you think he's going to fade, or do you think he's going to go to the basket? Should I back off a little bit? You're guessing. Instead of reacting, you just guess. In 2K games, it's been like this forever. The offensive player always has an advantage. They always have
like I said, so I'll say it again, just make the defense better. Either make a pure lock or make the defense better in the game.
Speed.
So then it's a balance of, okay, even though he got hit with a screen, he could still make his way to lock down. You know what I mean?
Advantage.
Instead of it just be, oh, I got hit with a screen, I gotta basically put my controller down because either he gonna fade or go right to the rim.
On offense, there are a million different ways that you can go from a standstill.
Oh, he's showing proof?
So
Let's see.
There is no way to speed yourself up. So if you're guarding somebody and in the back of their mind, they're thinking that they got by you, they've already gotten by you. They didn't even make their move yet, and they've already gotten by you.
That's because that's what makes, see, I don't know. I don't think Chris Smoove is really tapped in with like rec and park and like pro-am and nature. Because when people make their players, everybody knows it's not the speed, it's the acceleration. When you have a player with really high acceleration, they're blowing by you 8, 9, if not 10 times out of 10. Because it's the acceleration makes the player fast.
They didn't even make their move yet, and they've already gotten by you.
Yeah, it's that high acceleration.
And it's funny because you can even guess the direction that somebody's going to go in, and you can even get a collision. You can trigger a collision, but then after the collision, it's possible for the offensive player to get a speed boost and go in the other direction, to bounce off of the collision and then speed boost for a layup or a dunk. So when people are complaining about the game, I never see people complaining saying, hey, on defense, we need to be able to go faster. We need to be able to move laterally. That guy didn't really do anything, but he got by me. Why can't I just take a simple step over here and collide with him? I never hear anybody complaining saying, hey, you need to calm down this speed boosting. There's too many ways that you can just go from 0 to 100 before I can blink an eye. I never hear people complaining about that, but I hear people saying, I can't speed boost. I can't momentum. I can't momentum. I can't link.
Isn't that the purpose of putting these bars in the game? Was to stop people from dribbling, over dribbling. But then again, that also causes another problem because now people don't want to dribble no more because what is this? These adrenaline bars? These adrenaline bars, they go down really fast. off a couple of dribbles. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, again, it's like a hit or miss. Like at least from what I'm assuming, the adrenaline bars is put in the game to stop people from over dribbling all around the 3 point line and hitting the fadeaway three. But now at the same time, you're not going to be able to dribble, or you might be scared to dribble because your adrenaline bar.
The momentum with this, the dribbling sucks. Get rid of these adrenaline bars. Now, here's the funny thing about the adrenaline bars. When they were first announced, all of the sim heads in quotations, in the back of their mind, they knew that this was not a solution because you still had
Cut the cable with Verizon Home Internet and cut your internet bill to just
Maybe I was
$25
wrong in
a
the
month.
intro. Maybe
Finally cut the cable.
Sim head though.
3 bars
Smoove might be a sim head.
every possession.
Cause he does. I don't. Does he? Yeah, he does play like Rick. He just showed Rick. But how many times out of the week does he play
Means
it though?
you get 3 chances every possession to activate one. And you only need to activate one, and that's it. You're gone. So the first 2 times that you tried to activate, knowing that offensive players are faster and defensive players kind of got to guess, a defensive player could have locked you up twice, guessed which way you were activating twice. Remember, online, there's lag and latency that also helps this situation. But then you still had that 1 bar left. You pulled it back one more time, and then you launched, and you were out of there. You slipped by. He could have even bumped you, and you slipped by. You blew by. Maybe your clamp breaker activated, and you blew by. Now, this is going to make a lot of people mad because all of this stuff is documented. People came out and complained about the adrenaline system. It's in videos everywhere. And there's only a handful of people that all year never complained about the adrenaline system. There's only a few dribblers, real elite dribblers, that were not affected at all by the adrenaline system. They never complained about it. All the other people complain about adrenaline system. Maybe they're going to private their videos. They don't want you to go back and be like, look, this guy was complaining about the adrenaline. He couldn't dribble. There were only a very select few that never did, and they were still moving. They were moving unaffected by adrenaline. They didn't even use adrenaline. Now, how is that possible, guys? You have been exposed. You are not the elite dribbler you think you are. You were complaining about adrenaline, and they were moving without adrenaline. They were unaffected. Explain yourself.
Okay, so that's pretty much the can't blame Simheads argument. Now let's go back to LSK. Your A double dollar sign. These park cheeses will drop you the F off. LSK, does LSK post like 2K content on a regular basis? Like I said, I don't follow too many YouTubers, so I don't know. I'm asking a genuine question. I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm asking a question. But Chris Smoove has been doing this for a very long time, since 2K10. I'm just saying, so it's kind of like pay respect to the to 2K.
Let's make it clear. Let's be honest. Chris Smoove,
Why does he have Kenny Chow braid tutorial? Yo,
you are a my
how
career.
how to unfall off? What is LSK looking
Let's
up
make
right
it
now?
clear. Let's be honest. Chris Smoove, you are a my career GOAT.
It's facts.
My career.
It is. He is a my career legend. He started off the my career vibe.
It's changed, brother. Hey, I'm not familiar with your part game, but I can assure you, just judging off the videos I have seen, whether it's 2 years ago, whether it's yesterday, you're ass. And this is coming from somebody that, I'm ass, okay? Hey, I'm not familiar with your part game, but I can assure you, just judging off the videos I have seen, whether it's 2 years ago, whether it's yesterday, you're ass. And this is coming. Coming from somebody that, like, I'm ass, okay? So I know game, right? These park cheesers will drop you the fuck off. I don't give a fuck if it's not real basketball. That's just the reality of where the game NBA 2K is at. That's just what it is. I mean, these kids, like, they got better reflexes. That's supposed to happen. They're supposed to be better. I mean, when you were younger, I'm sure you had a little better reflex. You were a little better at dribbling. But I just think you have basketball IQ, but this isn't real basketball. 2K isn't a real.
I mean, he ain't wrong though, cause you gotta think about it like this. 2K hasn't been realistic in forever. 2K has close to never made a realistic basketball game if that's the case, cause dribbling has always been left, right, left, right, left, right. It's just gotten crazier and crazier and more toxic as the years have gone by. You know what I mean? So it's kind of that's just the era of 2K that we in.
Reality of where the game NBA 2K is at. That's just what it is. I mean, these kids, like, they got better reflexes. That's supposed to happen. They're supposed to be better. I mean, when you were younger, I'm sure you had a little better reflex. You were a little better at dribbling. But I just think you have basketball IQ, but this isn't real basketball. 2K isn't a real basketball game. Let's be honest. Like, it hasn't been. And it's a video game. So
We said it. I mean, it's a video game, so it's like it's not real. Is this
kind
more?
of agree with us talking, and you know, I saw what they were saying too, and I have to honestly, like, kind of agree with the cheesers. I call them the cheesers. Cause it's like, bro, if you're mad, wager. That's what we do in the 2K community. Like, put the money up or shut the fuck up. Like, that, it's that simple. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit like, oh my god, these cheesers, they need to, like, get the fuck out of here. Like that's why
He said, "Put up or shut up." That's really how it go though, and it's been like that since 2K. What 14, 15? Bro, have a problem with us cheesing. Play me, pay me, or get out my face. Like that's really how it is.
kind of agree with
Play me and pay me, or get out my face. Like there's nothing
the
to talk about.
cheesers. I call them the
It's been
cheesers.
like that for a very
Cause
long
it's like, bro, if you're mad, wager. That's what we do in the 2K community. Like, put the money up or shut the fuck up. Like, that, it's that simple. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit like, oh my god, these cheesers, they need to, like, get the fuck out of here. Like
because cheesing's been in the game since forever. Like I mean, I can't say he's wrong because it's true though.
I can't back you. I want to back you, brother, but like, no, I can't back you. I want to back you, bro. But if you ain't wagering these cats, these new cats, like, and you may think it's a waste of time, then why are you wasting your time even entertaining it? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, put that VC up.
clearly somebody struck a nerve because he making tweets, you know what I'm saying? He responding and stuff. And I don't ever see Smoove respond to stuff, especially back in the day. He was Hollywood as fuck. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, brother, but like,
Yeah,
no,
man. Let's see what y'all say. Virgin with no badges. You remember that? That's if it's called cheese. Doesn't that mean it's an exploit? And if you gotta use an exploit, wouldn't that make you a worse player than the one who doesn't use exploits to win? If I play COD and knew a cheesy way to shoot my gun 5 times quicker than most players on the game, was winning the game, wouldn't that make me wouldn't that make me a cheater? 2K is the only game where cheating, aka cheese exploits, is heavy and is considered normal. That is true too, because it's been going on. Like I said, it's been going on for so long. It's normalized. It is like cheating, but it's been going on for too long to where it's normal. So it's kind of like stop talking sense to them. Stop talking sense to them. There's actual dribble gods that will figure out something all the time. That's inevitable. It's the rest that just copy and paste and can't think for themselves that think that they're great. Yeah, man. Uh-oh, we gotta name me five dot dot dots. Name me five exploits that everyone on 2K does to prove your point. No, it's not like cheating. It's like slide cancel in Warzone. You have an advantage, so you better learn. You better learn it, but you complain because you get cooked on 2K by people like me. If you mad, rage at me. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's put up, play me, put that VC up, or get out my face. Shut up, or get out my face. That's just where we at in 2K. LSK better watch his mouth talking to the 2K goat like that. He got a point. Like I said, man, I mean, Chris Smoove's been doing this before anybody even wanted to. Been doing this since 2K10, 2K11, when the game was like bad. Like when the game was just like, here, just play my game. You know what I mean? Like Chris Smoove was the first to actually put 2K on the map. Like he created the wave of what's going on now. Chris Smoove sprinted so that the next wave can run, so that the next wave can walk. If that makes sense. Like Chris Smoove is the OG with this, bro. Bro, what's his point? Chris Smoove never said he was better than Park Cheese. He said that they are the reason why the game is bad, and he's right. I mean, yeah, that too. Like I said, I'm neutral with this, so I don't have no real opinion. All I'm gonna say is cheesing is bad for the game, but it's not realistic either. Like it's supposed to be a video game, but at the same time, it is cheating. Just like how they say PC is cheating, cause you know what I'm saying. We use cyberfaces on the park and whatever. Cheesing, left, righting, and zenning is unstoppable. I'll just let y'all know that now. But anyways, I don't really see what else that we could really talk about with this. If you're bad at 2K23, just wrap it up and go play Rainbow Six Siege or Roblox. Game is way too easy right now for people to be whining and crying all the time. If you're a 90% player and shoot over 60 from three, your opinion is valid. But I don't care if you, I don't care about 54. I think that's win percentage. 54 win percentage. Tommy that can't shoot. The game is dead. Yeah, the game is about to come out in like 20 seconds. So I don't like what are you doing right now. But
You
yeah, that's
can't
much.
hide. The videos are there. We've seen it. I synced it. And I when really
Yeah, man, that's pretty much it from what.
you should be seeing about 35 different moves a game. So you could play a rec center game, which is 5v5. You get all excited. You're like, yo, we're about to play some team basketball. We could run some plays, some pick and rolls and pick and pops. We can run some off-ball screens, some double down screens. We can have some post action happen every once in a while. We could have some backdoor cuts.
The thing is, like, see, that's San Antonio Spurs basketball. Nobody feels like playing like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody plays like the Warriors now.
Passes. We could
I don't
pass
have time for
from
that.
not just the middle of the court, from the
We
main
play like Jordan Poole. We
ball
don't have time.
handler. You're thinking about how you can run plays, and then you get online, and every game against the team, there is a zone defense. So what does that mean? That means you
ISOs.
can't do any of that stuff. You can't run
ISO.
any plays because you got guys
No plays.
standing in a specific spot the whole game. They have this designated spot, and every possession, their player goes to that exact pixel and stands right there. On offense, it's the same thing. It's a 5-out offense. You've got designated guys that just stand in the same spot. They just
Go get in that corner and spectate.
wait until somebody goes to help because it's a
Get in that corner and
one-on-one.
spectate.
They're going to do the whole thing with the offense and the speed advantage that the offense has. So if somebody helps, then they'll make a pass. The guy's standing on that pixel, the same pixel he was standing on for the whole game. He's going to shoot the three. Hey, maybe that guy will cut every once in a while from the corner. Yeah, maybe this team will run a pick and roll instead of the one-on-one 5-out, but it's still a 5-out. It's a pick and roll every time. Yeah, maybe, okay. Like I said, there's going to be about 5 moves that you see when you should be seeing at least 35 different moves every game.
Yeah, I'm gonna end that off here. Let me know what side y'all on. Y'all on LSK side when it comes to cheesers, or are you on Chris Smoove side, Simhead? Players that play like San Antonio Spurs basketball, like he said, run pick and roll, double down screens, back doors, or are you on LSK side that left, right, step back, corner three, green, celebration, and get back on defense? Let me know down below how y'all feel about this, man. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.